This is something different than I normally react to on this channel, but it's called The Truth About the Man Who Loves Staying Home. And as a homebody myself, I need to set some records straight. Okay. I love to be home. I love to be inside. However, I'm not opposed to going out. It just takes a little bit more effort to get me to go out. But the thing is, I like to call myself an introverted extrovert. Okay, so what that means is I like to stay home. I like to be inside. But if you can get me out, I'm gonna be out. I'm not gonna be one of those dudes hugging the wall or anything like that. Cause your boy got voted most outgoing in yearbooks for as long as I can remember. Okay. Let's see.
There's a type of man this world
Holy
doesn't know
bit
how
rate.
to handle. He's not performing. He's not desperate to prove he's somebody. He just stays home. And somehow that makes people very uncomfortable.
Which is
A
crazy.
woman once described the man she met online. She said he was friendly. He was charismatic, great sense of humor. A good conversationalist who was knowledgeable on interesting topics.
That's how it goes, bro. We just be knowing stuff. All right.
She admitted he was one of the most engaging persons she's talked to. Then she blocked him before they even met. Why?
He don't want to go
Because
out.
he loved staying home. He told her he would rather spend the night in together than hit the bar every weekend.
And yo, I mean, bro, what's wrong with that? I'm gonna pause a lot this video. I'm just gonna warn you all. I'm gonna pause a lot this video because this is a topic that I'm very, very fucking passionate about. I know, because like, bro, why would I want to go out to the bar every single weekend and spend all this money when we could stay inside, have a nice little movie date, or even go to a movie theater, or have a nice little dinner date at a restaurant, or even home? Why am I going to a bar?
And for that, she called him a waste of time. No drive, no passion. A man.
Yo, bro, that's one of the dumbest things ever. Just because a man likes to stay inside, he has no drive and no passion. Because he doesn't want to go to the bar or the club every weekend. The nigga got no passion and no goals, no drive. What are we on about, bro? That's like the dumbest reasoning I've ever heard. Okay.
Nowhere. She looked at a man who had everything she claimed that she wanted and rejected him. Not because he was broken, but because he was already at peace. And if you're a man who prefers your own space, you already know this feeling, the looks, the jokes, the assumption that something must be wrong with you. But here's what no one is telling you.
Yo, bro, she get it, bro. Clock that shit, bro. She get it, bro. She get it.
The research says the opposite. So let's break it down. Here's the cultural script. A man who stays home must be hiding. He must be afraid of something, avoiding life, socially incapable. But that's
all
not what
false.
the science...
All false, bro. When it comes to me, high key, all false, bro. I mean, think about it this way, bro. I wouldn't be a streamer. I'm a yapping ass nigga. I would not be a streamer if all I did was want to stay inside and I was scared and had no social ability at all. I wouldn't be able to talk on stream. I wouldn't be able to yap if I had no social ability, bro. All right, bro.
Shows. A study from the University of Buffalo found that people who choose solitude, not out of fear, but out of genuine preference, tend to score higher in creative thinking and lower in aggression. The researchers put it simply: anxiety-free time spent alone may allow for and foster creativity, not isolation, not avoidance, choice. And here's what most people can't do. Most people cannot sit in silence without reaching for a distraction. They can't be alone without feeling empty. They need noise, validation, stimulation constantly. But the man who loves staying home, he's already solved that.
Bro, she is on a roll, bro. She's on a roll because, like, bro, there'll be times, bro, I'll be alone and I'll just stare at the ceiling. And I'm at peace, bro. I'm not thinking about nothing. I'm not stressing over. I'm just staring at the ceiling in my bed in peace. Like, bro, this
doesn't need the world to tell him he's okay because he already knows. And that unsettles people. Because in a culture that runs on external validation, a man who doesn't need it looks like a glitch in the system. But he's not a glitch. He's ahead of the curve. Now, I wish that story was an exception. But I read the comments, I've
It's
seen the
not.
messages. One man wrote, "My girlfriend left me because I like being at home." Another one said, "My wife thinks something is wrong with me because I don't want to go out every weekend." 20 years of marriage and she still doesn't get it. Another guy in his 50s said it took him decades to stop apologizing for who he is. And one woman admitted, "I had to apologize to my husband after watching a video like this.
Yup,
I
facts.
finally understood him.
Yup, facts.
He was
It's just peace, bro. Now, I will say, like, as someone who likes to stay inside, I mean, I do also agree that I don't want to go out every weekend. But, like, bro, you have to find some sort of compromise too. Like, I don't want to go out every weekend, but I do also want to take my girl out on dates. She's the exception. You know what I mean? I don't like going out too much, but I'll take her out on a movie date. I'll take her out on a dinner date. I'll take her out on a vacation. Any of that shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of different.
not avoiding me. He just doesn't need the world to feel complete. You hear the pattern? The judgment doesn't come from strangers. It comes from the people closest to him. Partners, friends, family. The people who should understand him the most. Men are being questioned, pressured, sometimes even left. Not because they failed, but because they stopped chasing. The world sees a man at peace and asks, what's wrong with him? But maybe the better question is, why does his peace make everyone else so uncomfortable? They weren't born wanting to stay in.
That's
They
a
used
fact.
to be out there in the game, playing along, and then something drifted. One man said, "I used to love going out, party, people, the whole 9 yards. But life happened. People I trusted, they switched up. Friends disappeared when I needed them the most. And eventually, I just got tired of the performance." Another one wrote,
That's a fact, bro. When you go out, bro, it's a show. Well, not for me, bro. When I go out, I act the exact same. I tell y'all all the time on stream. This is a recording. I'm not streaming right now, but on stream every night, 10 p.m. CST, 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Pacific. Shameless plug. I don't care. Every night on every time on stream, I tell y'all, bro. Whenever it even comes up in conversation, maybe not every night, but you know, when it comes up in conversation, I do stream every night, by the way. When it comes up in conversation, I always say it, bro. The way I act on stream is exactly who I am off camera. I'm not changing myself to act a certain way for stream. Now, like, my energy might be a little bit higher, but that's just because, you know, at the same time, I do need to entertain y'all. If I talked at the level of volume that I speak in my household with my girl, you wouldn't be able to hear me. Because obviously I'm not going to be screaming or talking loudly to my girlfriend every single time I get to talk to her. It'll be more like this, like, "Oh, okay. So what are we doing today?" I mean, it sounds the same because my mic settings, bro. But like, I'm speaking like way lower, bro. Just like this. "Nah, I didn't really do too much today. You know, it's kind of like," and you see how it's like kind of like in and out of my mic because I'm talking low. That's how I really would speak to my girl like that.
42. I've watched the world turn into a circus.
Obviously a little bit more passionate. Like, I won't be like dry monotone. Like, you know, I don't know.
Staying home isn't hiding, it's choosing sanity. And this one hit hard. After 2 failed marriages and years of people pleasing, I finally learned to remove everyone who didn't add value. Now I have peace, and I'm not trading it for anything.
That's
You see
facts.
what's really happening? This isn't retreat, it's arrival. These men saw what the game cost, they played it, paid for it, and they made a choice. They chose depth over noise, themselves over the crowd, peace over applause. If you're over
Damn,
35,
yo,
you probably
bruh. Did she like study this? Did she study this, bro?
know exactly what I'm talking about. This isn't withdrawal. This is what wisdom actually looks like when a man stops apologizing for it. There's this assumption that a man who stays home must be doing nothing, wasting away, rotting in front of a screen, letting life pass him by. But look at what these men are actually doing. One man said, I pulled a 1985 car out of a barn. I'm restoring it with my own hands. Another man
W, man.
said, I'm an artist. I need silence to create.
W.
My best work happens when the world isn't watching. Another man said,
W.
I'm learning my third language. Another man said, I built my entire business from my living room.
W, man. Another man said, I stream every night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, and 8 p.m. Pacific Time every single night.
And this one, I'm raising my kids, actually present, not just physically there, but really actually there.
Another man said, I have a gaming channel as well as a reaction channel and a main channel where I react to music. And I post on them very frequently, except for the main channel. The main channel I'm trying to get used to doing once a week, just so that, you know, it's actually main channel videos, completely edited. However, the gaming channel, booming. I post very frequently on the gaming channel. That man said he posts very frequently on the gaming channel and the reaction channel.
These men aren't stagnant. They're building. They're just not doing it for applause. And that's what confuses people. We live in a world where success doesn't count unless someone saw it. If you didn't post it,
Insane.
It didn't happen. But these men don't operate that way. Their progress is invisible. Their growth is silent. And it's more real than anything on your timeline. They're not performing productivity. They're living it. And they don't need...
Yo, bro, I tell you, bro. The way I be pumping out these videos, bro, nobody sees it. And you know what's crazy? I saw a TikTok. I'm sorry, this is going to be like a low-key tangent. I saw a TikTok. It was like, nobody cares about the long hours. Nobody cares about the failed attempts. Nobody cares about this, that, and the third. They only care about the results. And that is literally what she is explaining right now. Success isn't praised if the world doesn't see it. So you overcoming those failed attempts, you spending all those hours, you doing this, that, and the third, none of that gets applauded. Only the actual product does, which is kind of like it could be seen as kind of like a, how do you say it? Gratification for your work, because like you put in these long hours and this, that, and the third, and people are praising the work. That's, you know what I mean?
You to validate it for it to matter.
Validate was the word I was looking for. Let's talk about
why this is happening now. Why so many men are making this choice? Because it's not random. It's a response. Look at what modern life demands. You're supposed to be everywhere, know everyone, show everything. Your life is supposed to look like a highlight reel, even when it's falling apart. Someone posts next to a car they're renting. Someone shows off an apartment that they borrowed for the photo. Everyone is curating. Everyone is performing. And everyone knows.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm never gonna do that, bro. Once I make this shit my full-time career and this, that, and the third, I'm not gonna be the type to flex my cars. I'm not gonna be the type to flex my houses and stuff like this. I might show y'all like, hey guys, look, bro, thank y'all for the support. If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't have been able to get my dream car type shit. You know what I mean? Or I wouldn't have been able to get in my dream house if it wasn't for you guys, for you niggas. I won't be the type of nigga to be like, oh, I got like 16 cars in the garage. I got me a big ass house. You know, like I'm never gonna be that performative ass nigga, bro. Never.
Most of it is fake, but they keep playing.
And do y'all want to know what my dream car is? It's an Acura, bro. My favorite car that I've ever owned is an Acura TL from 2008. I love that car dearly. I want to rebuy it whenever I get the chance to. But Acura TLX Type S and then the Acura Integra Type S. That's it. That's all I care about. The new ones, by the way, like the 2025 models, 2026, guess now.
Anyway.
That's it. I'm not trying to jump in no Bentley, no Wraith, no Rolls Royce Wraith. Am I saying I'd be opposed to get those cars if I had the money? No, I'm just saying they're not my dream cars.
Who stays home? He looked at the stage, watched the show, and walked off. Not because he couldn't compete, but because he realized the competition was never real to begin with.
Facts.
He stopped chasing things that doesn't exist. He stopped trading his energy for attention. He
Facts.
stopped needing strangers to witness his life for it to feel valid.
Facts.
One man put it perfectly. I don't need 50 people at a party to tell me I'm having a good time. I already know.
You know what's crazy? That's the same thing with me. When I'm at a party, I don't go to places too much. But when I'm out, like I said, I'm out. I don't care. Everybody's like, do you drink? Do you smoke? No, I don't. I get crazy looks when I say that. But then again, I'm having more fun than the niggas who are smoking, the niggas who are drinking. Because at the end of the day, y'all know, if you watch my streams and TikToks and videos and stuff like that, you know how I am. I'm a joker. I dance. I be doing crazy stuff. Like, bro, that's just who I am. I don't need people to tell me, oh my gosh, bro, you dancing. Like, you having a good time. No, I don't care if you see it or not. I'm going to do it regardless.
When I'm happy. That's not isolation. That's clarity. And it's the most rebellious thing a man can do in a world that profits from his insecurity. There's a reason his home feels different, a reason he protects it so carefully. Psychologists call it environmental mastery, shaping your surroundings to match your internal needs. His desk, his lighting, his routines, none of it is random. Every object is a decision. Every ritual is a tool. He's not being obsessive. He's regulating. He's built a system that protects his focus, manages his energy, and keeps his mind clear. One man described it like this: my home isn't where I hide from life. It's where I prepare for it. I come back stronger every single time. When the world outside gets chaotic, he doesn't spiral. He has a place that holds him steady. That's not weakness, that's infrastructure. Now, here's where it gets personal, because some of you are wondering, what about relationships? What about connection? A man who loves staying home doesn't give his heart to just anyone. He's selective, he watches, he takes his time. His heart is—
Oh my, yo, who is telling her this? I need to know who told her this, because she's hitting the nails right on the head, bro.
isn't a revolving door. It's invitation only. But when he lets someone in, it's different. One woman commented, my husband is like this. It took me years to understand. But once I did, I realized I'm not competing with the world for his attention. I have all of it. That's
Exactly.
what people miss. He's not distracted by 100 shallow connections. He's not spreading himself thin trying to impress everyone. When he's with you, he's fully with you. He gives you the same peace he gives himself. And if he invites you in his space, his real space, not just physically, but emotionally, that's not a small thing. That means you're not just another person passing through. That means he trusts you with his sanctuary. The woman who gets this kind of man won't be the one trying to drag him out every weekend. She'll be the one asking to come in. So let me talk directly to you. If you're a man who loves being home, you probably spent years wondering if something was wrong with you. You've heard the jokes, you felt the looks, maybe even tried to force yourself to be someone that you're not. But here's the truth. You're not behind. You're ahead. You figured out what most people spend their life chasing, and you found it without leaving your living room.
Facts.
You're not hiding from the world. You're building something inside yourself that no one can take.
Bro, she nice
at this. A
foundation
that doesn't need applause to stand. That woman from the beginning, she looked at a man who had everything she claimed that she wanted and missed him. Because she couldn't understand that a man that's already whole doesn't need to perform for her approval. She didn't reject a broken man. She rejected a man who didn't need fixing. And that's her loss. You're not boring. You're not lazy. You're not a waste of anyone's time. You're a man who knows what peace is worth. And you're not willing to trade that for noise. That's not a flaw. That's the whole point. It's been your girl, Rene here. I'll see you guys in—
Dang, bro, yo, not even low key, bro. She was high key spitting on all of these, bro. This is crazy. She was high key spitting on all of these, dog. This is a beautiful video. What's her name? Renee, what? Oh, Remi Rene. W video, Remi Rene. W video.